You remember though, when we go in, it's 13 floors straight down and the last 3 floors are flooded with water, and there's nobody around here to help us if you fall in. We're gonna be in deep shit. We're gonna rely on donkeys and ropes, and I'm probably gonna tie it around my arms and try to lower myself down to help you, and it's gonna be
interesting.
Not pretty. Welcome to the last of the USSR. This is a nuclear survival bunker built in the 80s during the last of the Soviet period. This was built to survive a direct hit in a nuclear war. Hidden deep in the forest, you can see there are 2 blast walls, one on the outside and one on the inside, capable of taking a direct nuclear hit. And inside, it's 13 floors straight down. The last 3 floors flooded in water, and right now we have it open, and there are ways we can get in. It's very dangerous, but we can get in, and we can show people the interior and exterior of 2 nuclear survival bunkers. Massive. There's so much concrete and steel that it would take up 200 apartment complexes.
God damn it, there's snow. For what?
Holy shit, there's snow in the bottom because the sun doesn't hit it. There's probably snow from 10 years ago down there.
Hey man, I think it's really, really cold down there.
Yeah. You can see how thick it is just by our feet. And the iron and concrete encased walls are just as thick. The elite oligarchs and members of the Politburo would be transported here and live here. They would grow their food here. They would have their communications here. Clean air, underground water that wasn't radiated, hopefully. Wow. So now we've entered the nuclear survival bunker, and there's multiple entry and exit points, as you can see. 3 more blast walls that lead to the interior where their communications would have been, and 13 floors of this. Multiple security zones. It was really, really well equipped for survival. Of course, I think a direct hit would have put an end to this, regardless of all the preparation. So you can see it's blast wall after blast wall, all thick iron and concrete encased, and all these tubes were for communications and also ventilation, because and water, of course, because they're going to need clean, unradiated water, clean, unradiated air, and communication systems. Here we go, we're in a passageway. You can see the ventilation shafts right here, all multiple shafts that led to the outside. They would have been heavily filtered to clean the radiation so that they would have breathable air. Here's a massive communications room that wasn't finished, and you can see the blast walls. That is the exterior blast walls. The reason they're built like that is it actually helped them take the blast. So kind of built in an arch form to help take the blast. Multiple arches to help take the blast. Here we have the 3rd blast wall, the 2nd blast wall, and over there the exterior 1st blast wall. And if you look straight down, you see that it's 13 floors straight down, with ice and snow from 10 years ago, and the last 3 floors are flooded by water. There's probably some radiated catfish down there. Also, periodically marijuana grows down there. Be difficult to harvest though. We can start fires, we're in the middle of nowhere. We can have a barbecue, we can drink vodka, all with you right here. A party at the nuclear survival bunker.
So you mean the steel isn't a good quality? Or?
The steel is good quality.
But
the concrete sucks.
Why?
Because the concrete you see is full of holes and so on, it almost falls apart by itself. But the steel, it almost didn't rust, and all the steel you almost see here actually rusted very little. I mean, it's been here for 30 years, no one been heating it, treating it, or any way. And so it's actually quite good quality of the steel. So I think it's worth a lot of money.
Why do you think the concrete is a bad quality?
I think they used too little cement, and they did sheeting by not vibrating the concrete. So the concrete went between the rocks. You can see that in a lot of places in here. You can see that, and you can also see that they're using these sort of roundish pebbles, and that's also sheeting, because these pebbles are not getting, concrete's not getting a grip on it. Like this one, for example, is a pebble that is crushed, and this has a lot of pores where the concrete can reach and get a really tight grip, so you get a good quality on the concrete. And here you see they have these, and they have a lot of them with not. Yeah. And here you can see they've also been sheeting, because you see these pipes. The thing is, if it would be a real direct blast here, they actually look through, because you need in these some sort of gasket or a package to stop coming in, because you put like my flashlight here, you put a cable like this, and there's a lot of space for radiation and whatever to just come in. And if you look up, you have those bigger pipes. That's probably more ventilation. And the smaller ones, I have no clue what they are. But these could be for some sort of communication, because they're really small and you don't need so thick pipes for that. I actually wouldn't like to be here if it was a blast within, I don't know how many 100 kilometers, because this would kill them off down there.
So it would be pretty much a waste of their time and energy to strike here. There's nothing here. That's one of the reasons they picked this area.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I can manage.
unless they just wanted to directly kill off the head politicians, it would be the only reason to strike here, if they even knew it existed.
Yeah, could be, or at least kill off the family.
Because we're really in the middle of nowhere in the Moldovan forest. Yeah. Okay, so our engineer friend here has found something very interesting. Up here on these pipes, it's covered in tar tape, and this was probably one of their last projects they did in the last days before the collapse of the Soviet Union. And 30 years later, it's still here and looks brand new.
These two pipes up here, that was probably supposed to connect, and this pipe really goes out, and the other pipe, so it's not connected. And you can also see the quality here. You have this huge pipe and they have small pipe. I mean, how are they going to meet each other? I mean, no idea. Probably all these pipes were covered with these stuff, because you can see them here, here. You can actually see leftover down here. But people have probably been walking around here. So, see? There you see it.
Inside it's new.
Yeah, exactly.
30 years and it still maintains.
Wow.
Fred?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome, man.
Wow, so these platforms were for the workers to come out and move materials, or?
What do with this thing?
Yeah?
That's what I think. I don't know, I'm not an expert at these things. I'm building roads and bridges and stuff.
You never built a nuclear survival bunker in your life?
No,
No?
not really.
That's amazing.
They probably didn't cast this piece that was here, but they've probably been casting this piece behind here, and it was probably supposed to be all the way around.
Wow.
And I don't know, I had some sort of feeling that they were actually going to have a big dune on top of it as well, and cover it with soil or something.
Probably make it like a small mountain, and it would be undetectable to satellites that way.
Because it would take very little first shock.
I agree with you. I think they were going to put a small mountain on top of this of dirt and make it into also undetectable to satellites.